Happy Halloween! If you haven't got your costume sorted yet, or you don't want to do the normal thing that everyone else does, you know, witch, ghost, Justin Bieber, then it's going to be a really quick, simple, cheap solution, and hopefully it's using items you already have. It's going to be bacon. Yeah, you could just wear it if you love bacon, but I'm going to explain whilst I make it why bacon is possibly one of the scariest costumes you could wear. So to start off with, I've just got a red long sleeve top. This is from Primark. It's about £3, I think. £3, yeah. You could just use any red top. It could just be a tank top if you want. And it could be a slightly different shade of red or a hot pink or whatever. If you've just got something, there's no need to buy anything special. And I've got some yellow wool. This I just found, just lying about in a craft box thing. But yeah, you could use ribbon or thread. You probably have to go over it twice if you use thread so the colour shows up. And you can see this shows up really nicely. But you could just use a slightly different tone. You don't need to buy anything special. And I've got a wool needle. It's got a really big eye. Can you see that? So the wool goes through, but you could just use a normal one. And it might just take you a little bit longer to thread your needle, but I'm really bad at that, so I've got a thick needle. And what I've already done, so I didn't think you'd be able to see, is, no, you can't see. I've used a pencil to draw on where I'm going to sew on some streaks to make streaky bacon. You could use a biro or a white chalk or really just anything to make some kind of print on here. And so then you need to cut your wool. I've already done that. It's about 3 times the length of your shirt, and that way we're not going to run out halfway through. And I'm just going to tie a knot in the end and we can get started. Okay, so I just started sewing at this end, not at the neck, because otherwise the knot will be rubbing on your neck. So we just do runner stitch, like, oh, it's really hard to show, like this, just down the streak. So I'm going to get on with that and talk to you about why bacon is scary. Okay, so one of the reasons why bacon, or any meat product really, is scary is because of the impact it has on the environment. So if you think about like crops, there's inputs, processes and outputs. So the inputs are water, fertilizer, or the seeds themselves, manual labour. And then the process involves tractors and, kind of things that require fuel. And then an output is the corn. With meat, you then feed that corn to the animals, and then you have similar inputs and outputs. So there's more fuel input, so more carbon emissions as an output, and then you have meat as an output. And then that gets shipped around the world and processed into different things, which is bad for the environment, and it finally gets onto our plate. Another thing is overuse of land. So 30% of the world's surface that isn't covered in ice or water is used for grazing animals. And that land could be much better used, or produce more food, more calories, for a growing world population, if it was used for corn, or other cereals and vegetables and things like that. So I've just finished doing my first run streak, can you see that? But obviously it's not a solid line yet, so the next thing we're going to do is really easy. It's pretty much like weaving. So you've got this stitch here, and we're just going to poke this under and pull our wool through, and then it creates a line like that. And then the next stitch will go from the other direction, so we'll go underneath like that and pull it through. And then next one we go through the top and pull it through. Oh, got a bit tangled. There we go. Another thing is land used for meat production is increasing, and that leads to like deforestation. Another thing is, of course, if you include all those things, rainforests being destroyed, more carbon emissions, it just leads to climate change or global warming or whatever you want to call it. It's not this at all. It is real life. It's happening, and the amount of meat we eat is definitely contributing. Okay, so I think I've just about finished now. I've only done 3 streaks because I'm tired and I want to go to bed, but you could do way more. You could do them down the arms if you want. I think I'm going to leave them plain just because I'll probably wear a jacket over the top because it's going to be freezing. And you could even do like 2 down one streak to make them thicker. I tried that a bit at the end of this one, but it's got a bit messy. I still need to cut the ends off the wool, so I won't put it on. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.